When you're getting into real estate, there's hundreds of options. I'm going to show you how to find the right real estate company for you. When you're looking for a real estate company, it's very difficult to choose the right one. Every real estate company out there talks a good game, but they don't actually deliver. And I've got a system that I want to share with you that's going to weed out all these wannabes and hacks and save you a ton of time and energy. This is Matt the Moneymaker for silvareal.com. And I've been in this business since 2003, almost 20 years now, and I've worked for a few different offices, and let me tell you, it's a lot of mistakes I've made, and I want to share them with you so you don't make the same ones. So I'm going to go over a 5-part plan for you to determine what is the best real estate company for you, because every person's different and has different needs. Now the first step is call the office. Look on Google, look in the phone book, whatever, and just call and see who answers. It's a very simple thing, but let's say a client can't get a hold of your phone number or they can't reach you. Well, they're probably going to call your office, right? Well, what is that experience like? And that's the very first step. Do they have a receptionist, and does somebody answer the phone? Number 2, the virtual versus brick and mortar. Now there is virtual real estate out there, but obviously if somebody needs to call the receptionist or meet you at the office, well, there is no office to meet you at. I personally don't find this quality professional company. Most of the customers I deal with want to know I've got a physical address, and every now and again they actually want to come to the office and meet me for one reason or other. What's really nice to have a conference room and a professional atmosphere to meet them in, much better than a WeWork or something like that. It's an own dedicated office with your own name. Now, the third most important thing is support. What kind of support do you get? If you have a problem, you have a question, is there people in the office to answer it, or are you on your own? Now, some of these virtual companies I've come across, I hear a lot of complaints that they can't get a hold of anyone for support, or they have to wait in line for support, or don't even know who to talk to. It's pretty funny because I've seen these companies and they are running around a virtual room with an avatar blindly. Now they do have a lot of services, and if you know what you're doing, you don't need a lot of help, it may be good for you. Now the fourth thing to consider is reputation. Now, I personally work for a company with a solid reputation, and if you want to do more business, you're going to need a solid reputation behind you that people are going to recognize. If they don't know you, at least they will know your company and the reputation of agents who are there. And fifth, last but not least, how much access do you have to your broker? This is the main guy. If there's a major headache or major problem, can you get a hold of him pretty quickly? Is he responsive? And that is definitely something that a lot of people forget about. You need this guy to sign your commission checks. You need this guy to sign off on commission documents and lots of things. So before you go and make a mistake, try to figure these things out. I know of people who've had a lot of complaints and issues with their virtual office because they can't get a hold of their virtual broker, and there's so many people that have a question for them, they can't get a hold of them. It's wild because these companies will have one broker for the whole entire state. The state of California is an economy as big as in a country with 44 million people, a couple million agents. So imagine standing in line behind a couple 100,000 agents just to speak to your broker. That's not going to work for me and my clients. So now I'm going to show you the company I chose and why I chose them. For me, is Keller Williams Coastal Properties. Now, I've interviewed a dozen different offices and about half dozen different Keller Williams offices. And one of the main reasons I went with Keller Williams is just their brand name and the amount of effort they put into supporting their agents. Remember, each office is independently owned and operated. And this one, man, they are on it. I'm so happy to be at this office because I gotta have access to the broker anytime there's something important that comes up. And I also have a great support staff who's always here, whether it be the team lead, which would be like the manager, or the receptionist, accounting. There's so many people in the office hustling every day, just like I am, to help their clients. And that's pretty important when you're considering an office, how many people are working there, because that inspires me to work more. I see people having success, I want to have just as much success. I see people having more success, I look at myself and I say, what am I doing wrong? And I'll go to them and I'll say, what are you doing right? And people here are so awesome. They're very willing to share their experience, knowledge, and professionalism. Now, the last thing I have to say is there's so much support and training every single day. There's like 5 or 6 classes on Zoom, in person. I can't say I've seen that at any real estate office. So make sure before you choose an office to work out, you shop around and find the best one for you. If you're interested in joining a real estate team that provides a ton of support and a ton of training, please reach out. I'd love to share with you what we do and how we can make you some money.